The following program contains adult language, descriptions of fantasy violence, and a general lack of skill, talent, and quality. Audience discretion is advised.
Last time on Party of 5E.
You get to a town called Fairward Falls. So we're hanging out at the tavern, we're hanging out at the hot springs, but then it almost sounds like someone says, "Dragon!" Insert large explosions. Everyone, let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
And now, the continuation.
Arlo, let's start with you. So you have been asked to go to the hot springs to help Beetle. There's a few citizens who are trapped in there. Some are wounded. In fact, there are 4 wounded individuals. 2 of them are unconscious, but you don't know that yet. So you make your way to the hot spring. What is the first thing that you do as you're making your way over there? Are you just going to head straight for the door? Tell me how you're going to approach that.
Yeah, I'm going to look for Beetle.
Okay. As you approach that building, what you also notice is you notice a few more of these smoke mephits. You also notice a few others. You notice some lightning mephits. More little demon things that are made out of electricity that are kind of buzzing around. The smoke mephits are kind of like hovering around like the roof. There's probably about looks like maybe 3 or 4 of them. The lightning mephits are kind of on the outside, kind of scratching at the doors, scratching at the windows. But there does seem to be a clear path to the front door. So far.
Okay. I'm gonna head to the front door.
Okay.
Ignore the little method.
Okay. So you head to the front door. You go to open the door, and it's locked. Naturally. What do you do now?
I'm gonna use my cleave tools and try to open it.
Okay. You're gonna have to do pretty quick. So give me what you got.
10.
All right. So you're not going to be able to do it so far. After the rustling at the door a little bit, you hear somebody is like, "Who's out there?"
I'm here to help. I got sent by Lukthaen.
Lukthaen sent you?
Yeah.
Very well. So you hear just some rustling at the doorknob. The door pops open. You see this little halfling woman. This is Beetle. She's a little halfling female. She's wearing like an apron, yeah. So she opens the door and she kind of invites you in. It's like, we need help getting these people out. What are you able to do?
I have magic. I can transform into animals, and I can heal.
Okay. Let's see. I have 2 people unconscious. And what kind of animal can you turn into?
I can turn into a bear or a wolf.
Okay. Wolf seems a little small. But if you're a bear and we try to carry these people, how do I put them on to the bear? She's trying to think quickly, like how.
I can also turn into a horse.
A horse, okay. I mean, these people are unconscious. How can I lift them onto the horse?
How many people are unconscious?
So there's 2 people that are unconscious.
Okay. Well, here, and then I will use Goodberry. Well, yeah, we'll use Goodberry, and then I'll be like, these are healing berries. You can feed them to anybody who needs help. We can go there. I can bring hopefully one conscious person back up, and then I can turn into a bear and bring the other person.
Okay.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes. Let's try it.
Okay.
So you go ahead and make up your good berries. You try to feed. You feed it to the two unconscious ones, each one, or.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think they're supposed to be conscious to eat the good berries. So
you're gonna kind of
I'm gonna do
masticate it for them.
No, I'm gonna do cure wounds on one of the unconscious people.
Okay.
So they get it's one. They get 5 health back.
Okay.
And then I will go pick up the other person who's also unconscious. I think I'm gonna just also use another cure wounds.
Okay.
For 9 for the
Okay, cool. So yeah, the two unconscious people, they pop back up. They're like, they come to. They don't know what's going on. They're freaking out. But then Beetle is just trying to, kind of get everyone together and, just trying to calm everyone down and get everyone together. So now you have four full-size humanoids and then and Beetle, who is a halfling. So what do we do now?
Okay. Is there like any fire around that I need to like get them out of here quick?
There is definitely some fire, like kind of at the roof. It probably got hit, or maybe even some, some bleed over from the tavern after it got hit. So there's some fire at the top, but it's not like surrounding you or anything right now yet.
Okay. Beetle, if I were to transform to a horse and take y'all on different trips, where do you want me to take these people to?
We just need to get everyone to the keep. It's the most fortified building that we have, so that's where everyone needs to go.
Okay, I'm gonna take y'all 2 by 2, and I'm gonna transform to a horse. So get on my back as soon as I do, and then I will use a wild shape into a warhorse. Warhorse.
Okay.
And take 2 people and rush them to.
Got it.
To the thing.
Okay, cool. So you take, you transform into a horse. The 2 of the people help the other 2 people onto the horse, and then you just
I'm gonna
jet
drop them off and then come back and pick up the. Others.
Okay. So as you jet out the first time to go drop people off, you don't get quite to the all the way to the keep, because you see Fox is also working with some of the archers. They are fighting off a couple of other things themselves, but there's some of the guards that are kind of helping to kind of shuttle people in. Okay. They see you coming, and they just kind of help take some of those people off and carry them in, and then you shoot back.
Yes, I'll shoot back.
Okay. As you do that, a couple of those 2 of those lightning methods kind of notice you kind of go in and out, and they're going to attack. Okay, so so they all look very similar. All these methods, again, there's like these hovering little demon-looking things with claws. This is going to try to. They're both going to try to attack with their claws. And let's see, that is going to be, that is, what is that? That is an 8 or a 17.
The 17 hits.
Okay, 17 hits. And that is only for one slashing damage and 3 lightning damage. So again, these 2 come down at you. They're just kind of swiping away at you. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna attack them with my hooves.
Okay.
So 15.
15 hits.
And it's 7 damage.
Okay. So yeah, you were able to slash into this guy. He's still going though. So you got these 2 coming after you. Let's really all we have.
After I hit him, I want to like run away.
Okay. So you want to run back into the building?
Yeah, I want to continue.
Okay,
running.
so you'll probably get those opportunity attacks. So that's not gonna hit, and that is a wrong dice. And that's a 16 and another 8.
16 and 18, both hit.
16 and 8.
Okay.
So just a 16?
Just a 16.
Okay, so that is 1 slashing and 2 lightning. As you run off back into the building of the hot spring, you're able to get the 2 other full-size humans, and Beetle is small enough she could probably fit on there as well. Okay. You're a war horse, you're a chonky boy, you can handle it. And then you dart out, but again, coming in through that door, you got those 2 lightning methods. What do you want to do?
I want to just run.
Just bolt right through them? Okay. So they're probably both going to get opportunities on you. That is a nat 20 and an 18. So that'll be... I'll just do all of them together. So that's actually going to be... So that is... 5 damage plus 6 damage.
I'm back to Arlo.
Okay, cool. And then another 6 damage. So the double from one, the single from one and the double from another, right?
Okay.
Because of that 20. All right, but you're able to bolt through. You're able to make it towards the.
I'm Arlo.
Oh yeah, you're Arlo. Yeah. So yeah, you pop back into Arlo. All these people, they fall off of you, but they're all still conscious.
Yes.
So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna say run. I'll fight them.
Okay.
And then.
So yeah. So you say that they all see what's going on, and they just bolt for the door. So now it's just you and these 2 lightning methods. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm gonna use produce flame and throw it at the one that's not fire, the one that's not smoke.
Yeah, they're both lightning. They're both lightning.
And that one
does not hit. Okay, so these 2 are going to attack as well. Both are going to miss.
I'm gonna use my sword and try to. Actually, no, I'll use my flame again. And a 4.
That's not going to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. 17 and 19.
Okay. Both hit.
So that is 6 total damage, and then 4 total damage.
Okay, what damage is this?
So the is slashing and lightning.
Okay, I'm gonna use the gift of the chromatic dragon and half the lightning.
Okay. So that would be -2, and then -3.
So what was the
6
first
and
one?
4. So
Yeah, it was
5.
6 and 4.
Okay.
So just take half of each of those.
Okay.
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 Um,
I'm gonna miss the step.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah, and get out of here.
Okay.
And go follow the rest of the people that are running away.
Okay. What's the range on that again?
30 feet. 30 feet.
Okay. That's pretty good. So 30 feet probably gets you about halfway in between there and the keep. So you just pop up over there and you're able to bolt towards the keep. Okay, Oust. You are at the mill. The mill is on fire. So what you see there is you see a couple of the guards. You see about 3 or 4 of them. You also see some, you also see like an elvish guy in like a dark robe. He's also trying to do something. He's like trying to use like cold spells or something to help try to put up fire. How would you handle this?
So I'm going to go up to the group and ask if there's a close water source.
One of the guards, they're all still on the outside of the mill here. It's like, there's water on the inside of the building, but that doesn't help what we're doing here. Obviously, the mill, this is where they keep their food stores and other resources, any contained water.
So the entire mill is like engulfed right now, or how? What?
There is, it's pretty fiery. So there's a lot of fire around the entrance, along like the front side of it. But fire and wood are really close friends, and they really like
best
to.
friends.
So how would you like to try to put out a fire?
Okay, so I gotta get into the mill. So I'm gonna go up to the door of the mill, and I'm hoping it's not locked, and just try to get open the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna push or pull, or you're gonna lean into it, kick it?
Well, I'm gonna give it. If it's resistance at all, I'm gonna give it some oomph. But yeah.
Did you ever see Backdraft?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, you're able to go through. You're able to open it pretty well. As you go in, there's lots of smoke within, and lots of smoke within. It's starting to come, climb up the walls on the inside. It's not looking good.
So then I'm going to turn to that first guard and go, "Where's the water stored?"
And then he kind of points like over there, off to the right. You see like several lots of barrels.
Yeah.
Kind of stacked up.
So then I'm going to call for the mage and say, "Get the mage in here," and then start opening up the barrels, and hopefully he has some kind of manipulate water spell, so he can manipulate the water and start putting out the main flames.
Cool.
And then what I'm going to do is, while I give him that task, and I'm going to turn to the rest of the guards and say, "Let's get the rest of as much of the food out of the mill as we can, and start trying to get whatever stores we can.
Sure.
So even if the mill burns down, we can at least preserve some of the stuff."
Of course. Okay. So let's see. Why don't you give me a survival check?
The best skill I have. It's a paladin. Yeah. 12.
Okay. So obviously everyone shares the sentiment and shares the urgency. So a couple of the guys are like, I don't know what to do. A couple of the guys go in there. They start kind of taking your suggestion, kind of like whatever they can grab, whatever they can physically lift, it's like, and trying to run out. That elvish mage comes in there, and what is your direction for him?
I'm sure you have some kind of spell to manipulate water. We have quite a bit of water stored up in these barrels. So
yes, of course.
Use the water to try to put out the main fire as much as you can.
That seems like a pretty good idea. I don't know why they didn't think of it. So, let's get out the water. And so he tries to
So I'm gonna take the lead on the barrel, and
Cool. So you're able to you dump a couple of barrels out or something, or
whatever. I guess whatever. If he can't manipulate it from the barrel, if
well,
I can
a lot
open,
of them are sealed and they're stacked. And
so then I'm gonna pry them open or whatever I got to do. To crack open those barrels.
So you're able to tap into those literally, and you pop some of the tops, you dump some things over, and he's able to kind of manipulate that water and kind of waterbender style and throw it out. He's able to get a good spread and is really able to saturate a lot of the wood on the inside, and so it does a good job. So might have to do this a couple of times to see how successful we are on that. So go ahead and give me another survival check and see how successful we are on the next one.
That's a 5.
What else is good for you? Do you have persuasion?
I am good at persuasion.
Let's try that. Let's try that.
Okay.
See if you can convince everyone of how great of an idea this is.
Natural 20.
Noise.
25.
All right. Yeah, everyone else sees what you're trying to do. It's like, oh yeah. So a couple more guys run in there, kind of
Brothers, help! Let's go!
Indeed, yeah. So they're kind of
Brothers in arms.
Yeah. So they're able to kind of they take a couple more of those barrels out. That mage is able to kind of, again, waterbender style, and almost just kind of hose the whole inside. And much of this fire is pretty much under control. Obviously, still a little singy, a little smoky. Obviously, lots of blackened wood. But you guys have been able to control this fire, and so everyone else, all these other guys, they're just trying to, again, whatever they can carry. It's like, it seems as though it's under control. Let's take what we can and just get back to the keep. And so all these guys, they're just taking whatever they can and heading to the keep.
Perfect.
Are you joining them?
I eventually, yeah. So I'll grab like a big sack of like flour or whatever I can,
Sure.
put it on my shoulder, and then take that to the keep.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so you make your way. You're heading over there. You are almost. You're probably synergizing with, Arlo finishing his thing. You're coming up, and we all see Fox, who is helping quite a few. There are also several lightning methods around the door. A couple of these archers are doing what they can to kind of block the entrance so people can come in. What would you like to do?
Great. So, let's. So the archers are on a couple. Are there any other ones that are chasing other people? Are they? This is the keep, as in like it's right outside where all the people need to be going in, right?
Correct.
Is what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So
This is like low budget Helm's Deep. Okay, it's like that's where everything needs to go, and that's what they need to defend as much as possible. Action.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and choose one of these little Muppets.
Method?
I know what are yeah.
Yeah, they
Muppets.
are. They
I know,
are.
right?
Yeah, methods, lightning methods. I'll send you guys a picture so you
Yeah.
can visualize.
Okay, great. So yeah, let's go ahead and target one of those bad boys. I'll go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark and choose one of those.
Okay.
And it's also...
Give me all you got.
Huh?
Give me all you got.
Oh. Okay, and then one other thing. Oh, where's that thing? I was just watching it. There it is. Okay. All right. Shit. So that's gonna be 11 plus the blast, right? 12.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yes, that will
Okay.
hit.
Great. So that's going to not the right one. Silly me. That and that. So that's going to be 6 for that one, but because I'm also a Dread Ambusher, I get to go beyond.
Okay.
So that's going. Nope, that's going to be a 11.
That also hits.
Oh, it does? Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Squishy boys.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're not exactly hardy.
And 8 for that.
8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this one is definitely still going, and then there is one other one as well. So these
Okay.
guys have been getting after it. They've knocked out quite a few of them. There's only these 2 left by the time you're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 methods are going to go ahead and attack. Fucking no one. Nat 1 and a 17.
17.
So does 17 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're gonna go ahead and hit you for. Ow.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. So that is for 1 slashing and 2 lightning damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then one of these archers is also gonna go ahead and try to also take one out. There are 4 archers, and then the leader of this. So the leader of this little team right here, he's a very young half elf male, and young, like 20 years old. Long sandy blonde hair. But a couple of his party are gonna go ahead and hit pretty good. That is only a. Oh wait, there's 3. So 2 of them are gonna hit for. Let's see. That is for 12. Definitely takes one of these guys out, and a few more. A little bit more on another one. So now you only have 1 left, and it'll be back up to you.
Great. Let's go again. I'm gonna transfer that. Is it 2? That's gonna be 17.
17 totally hits.
No, 2 hits.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 17 totally hits.
Then 10
Okay.
damage, and then yeah. So there's that.
Okay.
What else? Yeah. I mean, how's it looking? Is it are people still running in behind? I can still
Yeah,
kind of block them
there's still a few people that they're trying to kind of essentially hold the door open
Yeah.
to let people go in.
Okay.
There's still this one mephit in front of you. There's it looks like maybe a couple of them are kind of taking notice. At the same time, very quickly, real quick. And as you're kind of, going to town on these guys, let's see, another smoke mephit kind of comes around the corner, and but this one definitely looks a little more jucked up. Is probably a couple other people have been kind of taking whacks at it, almost from like the other side of you guys. But Haugh, Haugh takes a claw attack at them.
Nice.
Because he sees them coming up, and he takes 2 claw attacks at them, at this thing, and is able to kill it. Is able to take it down. He just kind of, you didn't see it, but what we would see is he kind of notices as you're focusing on those 2 methods there. He notices as this jucked up smoke one is coming up, and he just kind of gets a little clawy and just kind of gets after it. He's actually able to kill this one. And he will also have to make a Constitution saving throw, and he saves, so he does not. So this mephit again explodes, and it's when you finally notice that something was behind you, but all is good.
Okay.
We still have 1 more mephit, and And so these guys, those other archers are going to take their hit at it. And yeah, these two other archers, they're able to put the other one down. It looks like there's no more other of these guys flying around. As that happens, Arlo is making his way in. At that moment, you see Aust making his way, and you guys are going to start to kind of, back up a little bit to get into the keep. Cut to Lukthaen. Lukthaen and your two new friends that Mr. Lukthaen has bestowed upon you. You guys are hanging out at the treasury. This building has not been attacked yet. It's not on fire. And at this point, there's no one else inside the building. What would you do? How would you handle, taking watch of the treasury?
Yes, I would just take that very specifically and very seriously, especially if there's no imminent threat. But I'm not going to leave my post. I would go inside the treasury, do a very thorough investigation inside. And I'm also going to cast a spell on myself, enhance ability, and give myself Owl's Wisdom.
Ooh. What is that?
And so for the next hour, I have advantage on wisdom-based checks, specifically hoping that my sight will be good.
Okay.
And if I go through the interior and I don't see anything amiss, then I would come back out. I would try to get to the highest vantage point I could, including if there's a way to get on top of the treasury. But if not, I would just go where I have maximum visibility.
Right.
And then I would position my other two dudes on we would just form a triangle around the structure, and keep watching different directions. And then Ramaran is going to fly in a big circle as well. Okay,
so you said you're going to do a sweep of the interior first, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and give me. It's not a huge building. But I will tell you, especially as you approach the building, you did notice that the back side of the building, it's probably very intentionally, it's built almost like on the edge of this chasm, right? Obviously, if you can reduce the number of possible entrances anyone might want to break in, right? You put it up against a wall, you put it onto a chasm, no one's going to come in this way, right? So you're going to go ahead and do a sweep of the inside. Go ahead and give me either investigation or perception to see if you notice or find anything going on in here. So
mathematically, it's exactly the same right now, but one gets me rolling more dice, so I'll do that version. So I'll do perception.
Okay.
Good. Okay, 19.
Cool. Okay. So you're inside this. You're inside this building. These guys are obviously they're also going to be they're also going to try to help protect you, right? Because obviously you're there to protect them essentially. So they're walking in. They're kind of trying to take some of your cues as well as trying to look around themselves. The building itself isn't that big. It's probably about 50 feet square. As you go in, there's kind of like, if you were to think of this as like a bank, you know what I mean? Like there's like a lobby area, and then there is a counter with some bars. So the entrance to the door is kind of on the left side of the building, and you just kind of walk into the building, and then again there's this lobby, and then to your left, as you're inside of this room, to your left is those counters, and then beyond that is probably how and wherever they keep the monies. How thorough, how deep of a check are you doing? Are you just kind of just like, oh, this is all fine? Or are you actually going to go?
I think because it's Lukthaen, he's probably as quick as he can, giving it definitely a pretty thorough. Because there's always the chance that the dragon is a distraction and something is amiss.
Right.
And so he's looking.
Like trying to rob a bank in a hurricane or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Good call. Yeah, so you go ahead and... did you roll perception? What was that again?
19.
19, sweet. Yeah, so as you're going through, inside, it's quiet. In the building itself, it's quiet. But you can obviously, from the outside, you can hear the screaming and the yelling and people running around. You can hear those explosions that go off every now and then. So you're kind of walking through the lobby, and what you do start to hear once you're in the room is with your perception, you do hear some kind of slow footsteps coming from like outside, like coming in, about to come in to the front door, right? So you hear just you just hear some heavy footsteps. And did we close the door or did we not close the door on your way in?
When I came in,
Mm-hmm.
probably not, because I wanted to be able to maintain verbal contact with the guys who I probably would have stationed outside.
Oh, okay. Well, because I thought they had gone in with you. That's what.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, that's fine. So Rom is he's still circling outside, and we'll be inside, and still would have left the door open.
Right. Okay. And what is Rom looking out for anything in particular?
Dragons and mephits.
Okay.
And anything that doesn't look humanoid in nature.
Okay. So what happens as you're inside? You're looking around. No mephits, no dragons flying around the inside. Nothing non-humanoid walking around the outside. But as you kind of look around, there is a figure now in the doorway. This figure is in a dark hooded robe with a metallic mask with almost elf-like features that the audience has come to know as Devar Drath.
Ooh.
Now, Lukthaen, if he wrote the notes that I put in his character sheet. This image might be recognizable to him. So I'll let you freshen up on that real quick.
Yep. I don't see any aspect of his physical form right. You said he can be vaguely elf-like, but he's like fully covered.
Exactly. Yeah. Black gloves, black hood, long sword at his waist. This metallic mask
And so
covering his face.
And so I guess Ixaria would have told me about this guy and who he possibly was. And I'm wondering if I piece it together.
Why don't you roll me, history?
Yeah.
See if she would have, given you enough detail to put that together. And if
25.
you, outstanding, yeah. You absolutely, you definitely, even more than visually, right? Since you've never actually seen him before, there's just this feeling, right? You just have this sense that it's familiar, that, but of course, why would he be here, right? How could he be here at this point? So, so he's just kind of looking at all of you in the lobby of the bank here, and he just kind of steps and he just starts kind of slowly walking in, and he sees these other two guards, and the guards, they're not sure who he is, right? So they're kind of getting ready with their weapons, and they're like not sure what to do. They're kind of not sure what you're gonna do. This individual then kind of looks at those two as they're kind of gripping their weapons, and he takes out his sword, and it's just this this radiant, flame sword, has this like, deep red energy, and he's just kind of looking at all of you, and
I got a 14 on you.
yeah. I forgot I did not roll an initiative for that one. Okay. All right. So he takes his sword out and he's kind of looking at all of you. Doesn't say anything yet, and of course you can't see any kind of expression. You have no idea what he might be thinking. And then, again, it seems like he kind of turns at these two soldiers, and then they just kind of look at each other, and then there's something that, it's almost like something that just compels them to attack. And so they go ahead and try to attack this person. Neither of them hit. So they both have short swords, and they go to try to attack, and he puts up his sword, is able to block both of them. And then what he's able to do is, you can't tell from your vantage point, but he just is able to kind of push both of them back, and both of them just go flying about 15 feet back, and then he kind of looks to you. What would you do?
I think this whole time I've been standing a little bit awestruck, and I'm trying to reconcile in my brain, like, is this who I think this is? And somehow my urge is not to attack this guy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the knowledge that he might have is just too compelling. And I look at him and I say, what of the name Methuren?
Methuren is a name I am quite familiar with.
And he just kind of stops, and he's just kind of looking at you again. And then he is actually going to take a swipe at you. So he kind of comes down with his sword, and he's going to try to attack you. And that is, that's a net 20.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, it's not.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So he steps in, and he goes to swipe down at you. And is this your chrono shift?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as he comes down at that, right? He, like slow motion, like bullet time. It slows down, and before it hits you, it obviously rewinds, takes a step back, and it's that moment right before he's about to strike again, and then he stops, and he kind of cocks his head a little bit, and then he just slowly stands up straight, and kind of lowers his sword.
I raise my chin.
And then
I have not taken up a defensive posture.
right. Okay. So he's looking up at you, and he says,
Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can bring an end to this destructive conflict and bring order to this land. Tell me, what did Exariel tell you about your father?
Very little.
Very little did she know.
And he kind of keeps pacing around.
Why have you not struck?
I need to know what happened.
Happened. Happened to whom?
Happened to my family. Happened to Ixaria. I believe you have intimate knowledge of both.
Indeed, I do. Perhaps even more than you realize.
And he kind of continues to pace kind of in a circular motion kind of around you. And he's more kind of toward the back of the lobby and, like much farther away from the entrance where he was. So he's kind of circling around you, just kind of walking.
When he kind of turns over my right shoulder, I'm gonna telepathically communicate to Rom to come join me.
Okay.
And where are the dudes?
So the two dudes, they got kind of knocked back, and they haven't done anything yet. They're still kind of like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
So they're alive, but they haven't done anything yet.
I look over to them and I say, wait outside. Keep watch.
Okay. So yeah, they both look around. They're looking at you, and they're looking up at Drath, and they both get up, and they walk out. They kind of hightail it out the door, and they do exactly what you say. They just kind of like wait and see what's going to happen, and then. Okay. What do you do next?
I'm honestly just waiting for him to make his next move or give me any kind of information. I'm purposefully not provoking him because I want. The worst thing I feel like I can do is take up arms against him, and then I won't get what I need.
Mm-hmm. Right. So as he walks, again, he's trying to understand what you do know, and he's like,
What has Exariel told you?
All I know is that I was the son of a servant family, and that she said that I was too good to toil amongst them, and so she saw fit to give me a better life on the surface.
Servant indeed. Servants in our realm are filth.
Our realm?
Then what he does is, there's probably a little bit of, like a table here and there inside of the room. You see him kind of take a hand out, and this table just kind of starts to move, and he kind of telekinetically picks it up and just tries to throw it at you. So he just kind of throws it right at you. What would you do in that scenario?
I'm trying to stiffen my body to just absorb whatever blow comes.
Okay, so give me a strength saving throw.
It's a 6.
Okay, so yeah, this table, you're trying to brace for it. It smacks into you and it knocks you down. And then Drath comes back over you, and he kind of raises up his sword at you. And then he is like, and he says,
Come with me. It is the only way. Don't make me destroy you.
If you know anything about me, you know that your vague threats would never have me see your side. Give me something I can use. And I do kind of lean a little bit forward, and like his sword is now touching my chest.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so you kind of lean into it, so it presses up against you. Yeah, as you get closer, you can feel like that radiant heat coming off of there. Doesn't burn or anything, but you can feel it's there. So as you do that, he kind of leans in. He says,
You have the power to defeat the Dragon Queen. My master has foreseen this. Join me, and we can end this squabble.
and so he kind of takes it off from you and takes a few steps back. In that moment, a large boom, fire, flame, smoke fills the inside of the room as that back half, that back wall of the treasury is just blasted. Right, is blasted out. You feel almost like the suction of all the air coming out. Being high over this mountain. As the dust and the smoke start to settle, you start to feel that the cool air from the outside, and as you kind of make way of what's going on, Drath is gone, and like a portion of the floor is even gone and has spilled over down the mountainside, and then you can hear a faint sound of shh as probably gold and other treasure starts kind of spilling outward outside the mountain. But Drath is gone. The two guards, they come into the room. They see that you're under the table. They rip the table off and they help you up. What do we do now?
I'm gonna go towards I try to shake off. Like, I don't see him. I assume that's just going to have to wait, and I'll try to go triage the coin hemorrhage to the best of my ability.
Okay, yeah. So you go to that edge. You see, again, it's a deep, far chasm, right? Anything that's fallen down there, whether it's gold, whether it's furniture. It's all probably gone at that point. But yeah, you're trying to stop some of that gold. It's not a whole lot. It's just like an edge of it, and whatever was piled up is just kind of sliding off. So you and those guards are kind of able to kind of claw it back just so not as much falls. And so after a little bit of time in that, you're able to kind of stabilize it. It's like, okay, it's fine right now. What do we do now?
I'm going to communicate to Rom. I guess didn't make it inside yet, but I'll ask if he saw what caused this.
Yes, it was definitely the same dragon that's been dipping in and out. Can confirm based on what he's already seen. Like that's exactly what it was. It's just in that precise moment, of course, that dragon had finally hit the one and only building that wasn't on fire at this point.
So, thinking that the bad thing that could have happened has happened, I'm just gonna. I know you said I kind of stabilized it, but I'm gonna start pushing the gold as far away from the ledge as I can, and that's just gonna be my primary focus for until someone comes to get me.
Yeah, of course. And someone else, the other two guys, maybe they're taking like other tables and furniture and putting like a barricade, like building a little makeshift wall.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hang out there currently?
Yeah, and especially because like looters, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
People might take advantage of the situation.
That's precisely the reasoning. Yep.
So I'm gonna stand guard.
Cool.
Probably in the main lobby once I feel like this room has been secured.
Got it. Cool. All right. So Lukthaen is still at the treasury. The three of you back at the keep. So as the three of you guys, four of you guys, including Haugh, were able to kind of clear the path. It looks like as many of the townsfolk that were still running around have made it in. You're able to close the heavy doors of the keep. Outside, however, just outside the door, Lukthaen, the head of security, has a few more men with him outside of the gate.
I would have stayed outside then.
You would have stayed outside. Why do I feel like I would have known that? And yes, so Kudrick, the art and his archers. So he starts kind of giving some direction. It's like, Madam, we appreciate your help. Take these two men, go up to the right side of the building. We'll take the left. So he takes two of his archers, and he has two of his archers go with you. So the keep is actually like about a 3-story building, and there are some kind of on the inside of the wall. There are some steps that kind of go up, specifically for archers and any kind of ranged defenders. So those two guys, they show you which way to go. You guys go up there. They all ready their bows. Kudrick readies his ballista, his giant fucking crossbow, and he is ready to provide some support. Aust is hanging outside with the soldiers. What would you?
And just so do I have a line of sight on the mill from where I'm at?
Yeah, definitely. From there, you would definitely be able to see. It's still a relatively small town. You can probably see everything from anywhere, pretty much. But definitely from the keep to the mill, you can definitely have a good line of sight. Looks like that's kind of under control.
Yeah, I just want to keep an eye on it, make sure it's not being
ransacked or anything.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's any villagers ransacking it, but just if there's any other creatures or anything trying to burn it down or anything like that.
Right, of course.
Because that was my primary responsibility. But
right. Yeah. So you don't see that. We still just kind of hear this batting of wings throughout. That's kind of it's going back and forth and surrounding. You're not really sure where it is precisely at this moment.
Sure.
Arlo, what would Arlo?
Probably be inside helping the injured.
Right.
So just trying. I want to be close enough to the door just in case if I hear anything, I can run back outside.
Yeah. And Beetle has the exact same notion. She's kind of posting up. She's gotten whatever, prepping whatever spells she's got or whatever potions she has to do. So she's obviously getting ready with that. We have got, let me give you the stats on what's going on here. So Aust, we've got, we have Lukthaen himself, and there are 6 total guards that are also out there. Okay. And so as you come outside, you approach Lukthaen, and he sees that you're ready to help, and so he instructs 3 of his guards to kind of hang out with you.
Okay.
And 3 of the guards will stick with him. So what that means is these 3 guards are going to act on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
These other 3 guards are going to act on his turn. Those 2 archers are going to act on your turn. Other 2 archers are going to act on Kudrick's turn, and Beetle will probably play off of you.
Where is Fayal in this?
So, yes, good call. So Fayal, with many of the other townsfolk, they probably just kind of shuttled their way into the keep. The keep, again, is kind of built kind of within the side of the mountain. It's not exactly, it's not like finely cut out or anything, you know what I mean? But you can tell there's like, beyond the kind of the livable space, as it were, there are like little caves and stuff where people probably, you know, for shelter, they just all funnel out into here as a form of protection, as a form of safety. So Fayal is back out with those guys.
So before I make my way up, I would like to put my hands on his shoulders and be like, stay as quiet as you can. I'm going to cast invisibility on him. It'll stay there for an hour.
Okay. Yeah, so you cast invisibility, and he, he obviously acknowledges what you're doing, and so you cast the invisibility, turns invisible, and he just kind of worms his way through the crowd, so he doesn't trip anyone up or get in anyone's way who won't see them. And then what have we got? Also outside, that one that elvish mage is also hanging outside with you guys as well. That helped you previously.
I was gonna ask one thing.
Yep. All right. So, real quick. Stand by. All right. So as everyone posts up and kind of gets ready for, what may or may not happen, Lukthaen does kind of take a step out and kind of turns to the guards, kind of looks up at the archers, make sure anyone can see him. And he's like, I beg of you all, anything you have left, do what you can to fend off the beast. We may not be able to kill it outright, but perhaps we can injure it enough to force it to leave. Either way, I'm ready to die trying, and I stand ready with you all. And so he kind of takes his place back in line, turns around, and just, along with everyone else, just kind of looking up to see what might show up.